Well, here I am again. And today we are going to make that spinner. The one I'm going to make today, I'm actually going to make a little bit smaller. And I will show you how to make the longer one in the video. So, what we're going to need today is, of course, 2 different colors of yarn. Now this yarn, and I'll insert a picture, I got it at an estate sale. And it's clearly old. I mean, it's like that old Red Heart classic. Oh, look at that. Maize, which is kind of like a pale yellow. And this one is, I mean, who knows? It's just like a green and yellow and white. But I got a little pro tip for you. I'll get to that in a second. Of course, you'll need your scissors. And then we're going to just do the 5.0 millimeter H hook. Okay. So it was in that big old tote. And you know how you go to those estate sales or garage sales, and sometimes, respectfully, they have like that older person or something smell. Well, what I did was, you know, those aroma beads to make those like car freshy stuff. Well, I don't know how to do it, but I was gonna experiment with it. And so what I did was I got the beads and I put the essential oil on it, or those, you can do essential oil or the actual oil. And I can't remember which one this one is, but it smells amazing. And so I put it in this mason jar, and I put this jar open, and I put it in the bottom in the tote, and then I put all the yarn around it, and it covered it all up, and then I put a towel over it, and now all my yarn smells like this fresh, amazing, oh, fresh cut grass. That's what this one is. That's what this one is, fresh cut grass. Yeah, so all of this yarn smells like fresh cut grass. Smells amazing. So that's a little pro tip. That whole tub smells like it. All that old smell is gone. There you go. Little tip for you. Go get all your supplies and let's get this going, okay? Okay, let's do it. This is pretty straightforward. All right, so let's just start with a slip knot. Get in my... It's a very casual Tuesday here in Oklahoma City. I'm still in my jammers. I'm drinking my coffee. Let's start with the slip knot. And we are going to chain 31. If you want to do the big one, then you're going to chain 61. So here we go. 31. 1, 2, 3. All right, we get down, we have our 30 chains. And now what we're going to do is we are going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, we have our loop. We have that first chain. Our yarn is going through. Now in the second chain, we're going to put 2 double crochets in there, and we're going to put 2 double crochets in every stitch. Okay, so we're going to yarn over. Just go in that top loop, yarn over, pull up with our 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. 1 double crochet. Now we're going to put another one in there. 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2. Okay, it's 2 double crochets. Now find your next loop and put 2 in there and put 2 all the way down. And I will meet you at the end of this row. It will start curling on you. That's what you want it to do. All right, so we're tied on. Okay, so we're gonna just get our, do a chain 2. That's gonna count as a half double crochet. And now we're gonna do a double crochet. So we're gonna yarn over, go right back into our little, where we tied on, go in there, grab your yarn and pull up, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, chain 1, and now we're going to do a treble crochet. And so we're going to yarn over, go back in there into that same hole. Okay, grab your yarn, pull it up, move your fingers up, it's okay. Go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, chain 1. And now we're going to do a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over once, go back in there, pull up a yarn, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, chain 1, and then 1 last stitch, a half double crochet, yarn over, go in there, and then yarn over, got our 3 stitches, 1, 2, sometimes with that chain 1, you gotta move your fingers up and grab it, okay, and that's what makes the petal, half, double, chain 1, treble, chain 1, double, chain 1, half. And then, so we have our half double crochet. Now we're going to skip 1 stitch, and then we're going to go to the next stitch, and then we're going to slip stitch. So you're going to go in there, grab your yarn, pull it through, slip stitch. It just anchors that petal down. And then we're going to chain 2. That counts as a half double crochet. And then we're going to repeat. So we're going to double crochet, yarn over, go in there, pull up your yarn, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, chain 1. Now the treble. Yarn over, go back in there, grab your yarn. Remember, just move your fingers up, okay? Hold the bottom of that petal, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, chain 1. Now let's go back down, double crochet, yarn over, go into your little hole, pull up, yarn over, and then chain 1. and then our half double crochet. Go back in there with our 3 loops. Notice I always keep moving my fingers up to control these loops, otherwise it's all out of control. Especially with that chain 1 up there, it's hard to grab. Oops, I was looking away. Grab it. Okay. That chain 1 just kind of helps the petal a little bit more angle. Without it, it doesn't give it as much definition. That's why we're doing it. Okay. Let's do a couple more and then I'll set you free, okay? So we're going to skip one and then we're going to slip stitch into the next. Go in there, grab it, and then we chain 2 as a half double crochet to anchor that down. Then we're going to yarn over, go in there for a double crochet, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, chain 1. So half double, chain 1, triple or treble. I'm going to yarn over twice, go back in there, pull up a yarn, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, chain 1, double crochet, yarn over, pull up your yarn, 1, 2, 1, 2, chain 1, and then our half double crochet, 3 loops, I don't remember if I did a chain 1 there, but there should have been a chain 1 there. Okay. All right, let's do one more together. Skip a stitch. We're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. Chain 2 counts as a half double crochet. Fresh cut grass. Double crochet, then chain 1, treble crochet, wrap, wrap, go in there, pull up a yarn, you'll have 4 loops, then we're going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, chain 1. Now we're going to go back down with a double crochet, pull up, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, chain 1, and then finish it off with a half double crochet. 3 loops, and there's your petal. Skip a stitch and then slip stitch into the next, and chain 2 counts as your half double crochet. Then do a double crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, skip, slip stitch, chain 2 counts as a half double crochet. And then you're just going to do that all the way down, and then I will meet you at the end. Okay? Alrighty, so I got all the way back down and there was that one last stitch. You can just slip stitch in there if you want, but I went ahead and did one more petal in there. So I did my half double crochet, and I'm just going to, wow, look how stretched out that is. I'm just going to slip stitch in there. I'm going to go ahead and do a chain 2, do a finger and snip it off. Okay, and that's what all that looks like, a jumbled mess. So before I do anything else, I think I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to go ahead and sew all these in, and then yeah, I like that. I like that color. So that's a nice little variation to do the color on the inside. but this is going to be the top, you know, and we can just form it how we want. So I'm just going to do this real quickly. So now let's go ahead and make the bottom bit. So let's go back to our first yarn, or whatever color you want. A magic circle. Sorry, I forgot I'm filming. We're going to do a magic circle. Or you can do a chain 2 and do all your stitches in the first chain. And then we're going to do, let's do 6 single crochets. So there's, I already did one on accident. So there's 1. Let's do 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to just go straight in here and join. So I'm going to just pull through, and I'm going to pull through, and then I'm going to chain 2, because we're going to change our stitch from a single crochet to a double crochet. So we're going to call this a double crochet, and now we're going to go back into where we joined. So just pull that apart, and we're going to put 2 double crochets in every stitch around. So we're going to go from 6 double crochets, or 6 stitches, to 12. So there's 1 and 2. Next one will be, there's 3 and 4. And I think my hole's going to stay, so I'm going to pull my tail up. All right, and I will see you at the end here with 12 double crochets. 11, 12. But I don't like how open that is, so I'm going to, in that slip stitch, I'm going to go ahead and add one just to get me closer. And then I'm going to skip that chain 2. Okay, there's that slip stitch. And then here's the chain 2. I'm going to skip that. And then I'm going to go in the top of that first double crochet. That's always an option when you are doing that. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. That's going to be perfect. Perfect size. Now we can just chain 1 and fasten off. Cutie patootie. And then we're going to be redoing this. Okay. So I'm just going to go in where I joined. Tie it on. And then I'm going to pull up a loop and chain 2 as my half double crochet. And then we're going to go ahead and do a recap here. Here's our half double crochet. I'm going to yarn over, go back in there and do a double crochet. Yarn over, 1, 2, 1, 2, chain 1, treble crochet, 1, 2 yarns. Go in there, pull up, yarn over, 1, 2, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, chain 1, yarn over, go in there for a double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1, and then for our last stitch it'll be the half double crochet. Now on this one it doesn't matter, so we're going to skip a stitch, and in this next one we're going to immediately do a half double crochet. Okay, so we're going to just go straight in there and do a half double crochet. We're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, chain 1, yarn over for a double crochet, chain 1, and then we'll finish this petal off with that half double crochet. I'm going to skip a stitch. I'm going immediately into that next one with a half double crochet. So that's the only difference, is we're not going to slip stitch. And we'll follow it up again with a double crochet, chain 1, a treble crochet, that 2 yarns to begin, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, chain 1. Now we're going to work our way back down with a double crochet, 1, 2, 1, 2, chain 1, and then finish our petal with a half. Okay, and then that's what we're going to do all the way around. Skip a stitch, immediately do a half double crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, skip a stitch. And when we get around here, I'll meet you back up. It's almost easier to do that treble crochet when you get a little bit more experience, to do it a little bit quicker. It's like sometimes doing it slow, it's harder. That muscle memory kicks in when it's when you have a little bit more speed with it. 2, 3, 4, and half double crochet is 5. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just go straight to this first petal. I'm not going to worry that there's actually looking like there's 2 stitches left. I'm going to go straight where I started my first petal. And first I'm going to slip stitch and chain 1. Okay. And then I'm going to pull it up. Okay, because that's what's going to join it to our thing. So you decide how long you want your thing to hang. And since this one's smaller, I think that distance looks good to me. Maybe that distance looks good to me. Okay. So I'll just cut this like that. And just to be sure, I'll go ahead and do a square knot. Oops, what am I doing? Okay. Oh. Maybe I should have been more awake when I started all this. I was just so excited to be off today and I don't have to work. I've been working every day, literally for the last 8 days, and I was just so anxious to get filming and doing what I want it to do. Okay. Yeah, I love it. And I'll just cut all this extra stuff off. Yeah, that'll be cute. Just hanging that. That'll be the perfect length. Okay, I'm gonna go put all this stuff tie in. All right, now what color do we, I think I'm gonna do this multicolored one. So for the top, you need to decide how long do you want it to hang. And I think I don't want it to hang too long because it's, I think about 12 inches for me on this tiny one will be good. So since I've got it to where the petals are like curling up, I'm going to, where this petal has this hole here, I think that's where I'm going to join mine. And I'm literally just going to tie a knot. Don't tell, I'm just gonna cut it off. And for the top, I'm just gonna hang it on something, so I'm just gonna leave a loop. And you can do this a couple of different ways. I'm just gonna tie a knot. So I'm gonna put it on my hand, and then I'm gonna just tie a little knot on it. Just keeping a loop down there. I just need it to be a long enough loop to hang on something. Yep. Yeah. Okay, now for the bottom, I've got it facing upside down. Okay, and this is upside down. And here's the bottom flap of it. So I don't think there's really a rhyme or reason. I'm just going to take the hoop, and I want it to make sure that it's facing the same way. So I'm just going to pick a spot, and I think I'm going to go somewhere where this petal is. Probably right here, close to the edge. And it's simple as just picking a place at the end and grabbing your loop and pulling it through, just so you can get it through. Because once you get it through your loop, you're just pulling your flower through it. Okay. And then I'm just going to fiddle with it so that it hangs. Okay, let's see. Of course, you can't see it, you know. Hopefully I'll catch a video of it. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about is different options you can do. I'm experimenting with, okay? Obviously, you can get this at the dollar store. I'm experimenting with this for this to be outside, just to help it, because this is, you know, acrylic. I don't, for some reason, like doing it with the cotton. I don't know why. So I've experimented with this, and I also got this at Walmart, and I put it in a spray bottle. And I'm experimenting with the amount. Right now, I basically have it as 50-50. because I really wanted to, and they've got directions on here, so you know, you don't have to go by what I say. You can mess with it yourself. But I really wanted it to hold and hopefully make it last longer, because I've, of course, have made these before. Don't spray this over on your floor because this stuff is really slippery. So I'm just going to spray it. And I'm just going to let it set, you know, and let it dry and see what happens. But it is a little sticky. But I'm hoping it will hold up, you know, a little bit more longer being outside, just to buy us a little extra time. But I think the birds and the bees like the yellow and stuff like that. So, you know, just trying to bring a little nature in my garden. Okay, everybody. I'm going to try and get a picture of this outside, and I hope you make it. I hope you like it. I think I'm going to try and make a little tiny one and try to get just a quick little video up for that, just for fun. And you guys stay safe. Have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye.